Would everybody please rise? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. First item, Michael Sedgwick wants a $50 refund. I mean,
I read his letter on the
why
back.
not?
Did you read the letter?
Yeah. Yeah. Did you read it?
It's on the back of the front sheet.
Oh.
He was given some wrong information and went ahead and bought a pass and then realized the pass was not necessary and it was never used. I have no problem with
Yeah, I
it.
was gonna say, that sounds reasonable.
Yeah.
It's right on the back of that.
And so moved.
There's the letter. Yeah. Motion?
Second. Wesley made the motion.
Oh.
Second.
Mike second.
All in favor?
Aye.
That was easy. I was reading that letter.
Okay, there's a resolution to enter into a consent order and judgment settling a tax certiorari proceedings brought by Doubleday Ranch and Land Company.
And the court proceeding is at the end of the second page of the agenda.
Yep. You want to take
That
your
was
time,
that was circulated around. Yes, yeah, I saw
Yeah.
that.
Got that quite a while.
Yeah. So unless somebody has any questions, we'll have a motion to adopt that.
Yeah, I'll move on that.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Each person's individual.
Did all in favor?
Lois, you're on and you can hear us, right?
Yeah, as long as I unmute myself, you can hear me.
Okay, we're at your part of the
My-
meeting.
Most of the bank reconciliations have been completed. I have a couple more to do. The transfer station invoicing, I had Gary sign a couple letters last month, the end of last month, and I sent them out, giving the residents about 10 days to respond to pay them. I've heard from a couple. So tomorrow, I think I'm going to go through those letters, and those who have not responded, I would like to ask the court clerk to start collection proceedings, if that's okay. Some residents are just ignoring their bill. A couple of them got sent back. 2 people must have moved. Those 2 people, it's not a lot of money, but might be outed. But there's a few that owe, and I would like to help, get Kristen's help on issuing a letter of some sort. And I'm not really sure of the technical aspects with Kristen's, but I'd like to go ahead and try to recoup that money. All in all, I think it's about it's under $1,000 all in all, but still it's just being ignored. So if that's okay with you folks, I would like to move ahead with that.
Please do.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you, Gary.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. The monthly revenue from the Justice Court, Betsy and Jeff, were good through June. The building department has submitted James's report, as well as the town clerks. So all monies have been submitted through the different departments through June. I closed the AFLAC account because there was no interest from the employees. So that's been done. And then we're going to get our second ARPA payment in the next couple weeks. I checked today. We did not receive it as the end of today, but I received a letter and an email. So it's on its way. That'll be another $163,000. We received the annual Millbrook school donation. This year it was $10,000, and we wrote a thank you letter. And then, let's see, the federal and state payroll tax returns for the end of June, that second quarter, have been submitted. The federal, I just said that. And then there's some budget adjustments. Again, it's, we're going to, claim the ARPA funds that we have used as revenue received, now that we have used some for the video equipment. And then the other side is the expense. So we have used those monies. And then the same thing with the planning board and the zoning board. We have used those escrow funds. So we are claiming that as revenue and the other side as the expense. I still have some escrow monies to be received. I won't go into detail about it, but I'm working with Kristen. We have a couple residents who owe money for their escrow accounts. Really, honestly, that's just about it. I really don't have too much more to say, but if you have any questions.
Yeah, if there's no questions, we need to have a motion to approve the budget adjustments.
So moved.
Okay, Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, Lois.
Yep, and I will have a couple more budget adjustments as usual next
Yeah.
month. So, yeah. I know Chelsea's over her park and pool CE line. I will go over that with her. There were a couple large unexpected expenses, the bathroom urinals and that kind of stuff. So we'll get that, settled next month.
So that ARPA money that we're getting,
Mhm.
we're all on board as to where it can be used, how it can be used, right?
Yes, if you want, I can send you the updated Excel sheet to each of you. The video equipment was a little bit more than we had anticipated. So I reduced and you can clearly tell me if this is not right or my thoughts, but the town hall building, I reduced that line, and I reduced my line by a little bit of trying to get the new accounting system. So that's where I moved those numbers, but I'll send you the new Excel spreadsheet. I thought I'd given it to you last month, but I will send it to you in an email tomorrow.
Great. Thank you, Lois.
Thank you.
All righty. Take care.
Yeah.
You as well.
See you tomorrow.
Okay, Doug.
Okay.
Okay, so we did the budget adjustments amendments. So Joe, have your report.
I spoke last Tuesday, Colliers, about any progress on Lawrence Road. They advised me that they are continuing with the drainage study. After which they intend to have at least 2 site visits, and I'm not sure if it's the end of this month or the beginning of next month, before they start with the borings. Borings, as we have discussed, are to determine the subsurface underneath the road, how deep it is. I'm not sure exactly how many they'll need. They suggested, I believe, 15 to 20. After that's done, there will be the marking out of the power lines that come down the hill and phone and I believe cable lines that go up the hill, so that we can better understand where if we need any more drainage, we can put it. At some point, they will be addressing the board here. They have suggested September. This may be preliminary. Also they may have some early conclusions through the test that they've done, and they may tell you, hey, you have to do more, whatever it may be. I'm not sure of the date, but they suggested sometime in September.
Will they also look at those areas where the drainage is coming off of?
Yeah, that's one of
On the
the
properties.
focal points of this, is to, as they told me, there should be no water hitting the road, but from the sky. So
Right.
it should be in the drains. That's not how it goes, but that's how they're proposing to address what is.
Mhm.
So we'll see. We're continuing up on Tower Hill to cover up the millings that I put down. In most of the areas, they're in very good shape. We are resurfacing the road with the gravel, as is our law. We are going to probably be done next week, I'm hoping. Weather, mowing, things have gotten in the way, but we should be pretty close. I have a trailer. I need a trailer. I don't have one. Wrapped. It's, I believe, 30 years old, maybe more. It's the small one.
Mhm.
Driving the large one around to bring small equipment is, I only have one man with a Class A license. So it's getting to be too much. So I have one picked out. I will get 3 prices, even though that's not what it says in our policy and procedures. It's just under 14,000, but I will get some prices. The one I already have is on state bid, so it's the best price we can get. But I'll continue to look around. There'll be chip sealing done in the town and village, August 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, I believe are the dates. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken.
Does that include Bangor Road?
It does. Bangor Road will be repaired, as it were. And then the other road that's going to be done in the town will be overlooked. And then 9 partners in the village. So,
Yeah.
if
Good.
we could get that on the site, I almost guarantee you this will change. Rain,
Yeah.
their schedule,
Yeah.
not ours, but at least we'll get it out there for now and see how it goes. I was looking at blacktopping School Road. A few years ago, before I got here, several years ago, they looked at it, and the highway superintendent decided to get the DEC involved because of the large piping that's underneath the road. I may have a different idea. Obviously, they would be involved, and that's fine. As to not be replacing these pipes, if they still have some beef to them, they are metal, all of them, I believe. I may want to look into what the village did here with their sewer lines. What we did is we lined them from above the ground without digging through. We opened up, the holes, set this newer process in where it expands and adheres to the inside of the pipe. And I think we did how much? Not quite a bit. We did quite a bit. And so far it's been pretty successful. So instead of taking these things out.
How far do we go on School Road?
How far do we go? We go right past the bridge. It's about 0.85 miles, I believe. And then Stanford takes over.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna call, and I have the company that did it. And I'm gonna call them and just ask them to take a look at it.
Makes sense.
And if I decide, I probably, with anticipated delays, won't do it this year, but it needs to be done. The sides of the road are thinned out terribly. And soon it needs to be done.
To replace pipe, how many pipes are under?
I believe there's 4,
Was that many?
yeah, and they're large. Oh, it takes a lot of water from one end to the other, you know, it's basically flat, so
Right.
it's not really going anywhere, it's just going.
Yeah.
But it needs some attention. That's two other roads, but I'm hoping to have enough money to do a couple of the longer roads in the town in the next few years, including South Road and possibly Stanford.
We did Stanford on the other
You
side.
did the other side of Stanford.
That came
yeah.
out really nice.
It did,
A nice crown.
yeah. Any questions?
Question on those pipes in the road. If they're, what do you put a camera in them like? And then
Sure.
you look and see if they're rotted out?
Yep.
If we're gonna
And if
pave the
not, then
road, wouldn't it
someone-
make
then
more
Someone
sense?
goes down in them. Wonder who that'll be.
I have a snorkel at home, Joe.
But, well, the company would do that.
Yeah.
Before they gave an estimate.
But so
So the
we,
sewer lines, what we did, is we obviously did a camera.
because it seems to me if we're gonna repave the road, if,
Well, adjust the pipes first, yeah.
yeah, I mean, but if they're rotted out, wouldn't it make
Well,
sense?
no, if they're
to-
right, if they don't have any, I mean, if the metal is not structurally sound,
And they gotta
then you're
replace it.
not gonna line it. Okay, then, you know, plan B, which is probably put a couple of new pipes in, take those out, replace them, just to have an overflow in their system that, you know, some sort of overflow, which there really isn't now. And then it gets into a little more complicated. That's all.
By the way, I want to thank you for the way your guys are keeping the grounds here looking so good. It really does look nice.
Yeah, I don't know. Tell them what to do.
They do a really nice job. Appreciate it.
Doing it So
I
long.
heard Mary yelling at
Right, I could be.
him.
So, James, I have a question for you. The ramp out here,
Yes.
is it real bad? I mean, is it unusable at this point?
Yes.
It is?
Yes. Air to an extent, but not 70 hangers, they're just connected by, so there's